What's up everyone, how you all doing? BlueNerd here and welcome back my friends to our Minecraft medieval docks where I teach you guys how to build in Minecraft. Now today guys we're going to be building the medieval gate. I know a lot of you have been asking for the gate and today we're going to focus on building just the gate, and next episode we're going to focus on the walls. Now I will be building this in a flat world, but I will be giving you the exact location of how to build it in this world. So the measurements I'm going to be giving you will be based from where you built this tower a few episodes back. So if you have this tower already built in your world, we're basically going to be building from this tower over to the gate here. But I will give you all of the measurements in the tutorial itself. So with that being said guys, let's go ahead and build this. Okay guys, here is a layout of the gatehouse itself. Now, as you can see, it's a pretty simple layout. We've got our red 1-block pillars and the blue blocks that are 5-block walls. So it's a very simple layout here and should be easy enough to follow along. Now, if you are following along with this series and you want to build this in exactly the same location, I've gone ahead and marked out the tower at the front of the docks that we built previously with the pink concrete. As you can see, it's a 7x7 block on the left hand side there. Now the wall itself is all of the yellow markings. These are 5 block long and each one is a 1 block diagonally down across from the other, and there are 5 sections of this because the wall is going to be a repeating pattern. Now like I said, that will be in the next episode, so we'll be doing the wall next, but today we're going to concentrate on the gatehouse, which is the markings over on the side in blue, and that's where we're going to be building today. So go ahead guys, pause the video, take a look at all of these markings here for the layout, and make sure you have this, especially if you are following along in our docks world. So if you have the world built out exactly the same and you want this build in the same location, it's very important that you make sure you have this layout ready so that you can build your walls in the right place for next episode. Now, with that being said guys, I am going to quickly run through a list of all of the items needed. So I'm going to run them onto screen now, so be sure to pause the video if you need to. And these are the resources that we used in the video. Bearing in mind that some of the numbers on the stone and stone bricks and stuff might be a little bit different depending on how you texture your walls. But other than that guys, you should be good to go. Okay guys, we're going to start from the left hand side, which is going to be where the wall connects to the tower that we built previously. Okay, so we'll be from the outside of the city looking into it. Now on the left hand side here, we're going to start with our stone bricks and we're going to place 5 of them in a row like this. We're going to put a polished andesite on the corner, 5 more across the front, a polished andesite diagonally on this corner, 5 of our stone bricks, a polished andesite, 5 stone bricks and a polished andesite. So we should have a sort of rounded shape like this with the polished andesite in the diagonal corners. Now on the right hand side here, from this one here, we're going to leave a 7 block gap. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So we're going to start from this one. Okay, so we're going to leave these ones just here and we're going to repeat the same pattern. So 5 blocks coming down, 1 polished andesite on the diagonal corner, 5 of our stone bricks, a polished andesite, 5 stone bricks, polished andesite, 5 stone bricks and a polished andesite. Okay, now that we have the 2 towers laid out, you want to go ahead and raise both of these to 2 different heights. So the left hand side, we want to raise that one there to 11 blocks high, and the one on the right, we want to raise that to 22 blocks high. Okay, making sure that you follow the pattern all the way around. So you want to make sure you put stone bricks on top of stone bricks and polished andesite on top of the polished andesite. And again guys, 11 for this one, 22 for this one, and that is the total heights. Okay, so we're going to include from the very bottom all the way to the top. Okay, now that we've got our towers in place, let's head towards the back in the middle of the 2 of them. We're going to put a stone brick at the back like this, so 1 gap like that. There should be a 5 block gap between these. Then leave a 1 block gap in front of them and put 1 just here. And we're going to raise all 4 of these to 8 blocks high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And we're going to do that to all of them. Once you're done, go ahead and connect the one at the back together, and then connect the ones at the front together. And then we're just going to put another row across the top of these like this. Now get your stone brick stairs, and then upside down underneath we're going to put 2 on this side and 2 on this side here, just like so. Now where the stair is, you want to go back and then up one to this one here, place an upside down stair there, and again for that one there, and back and up one to there. Then place 2 full blocks on top like this, with 3 stone brick slabs in the middle like that. Okay, and then on top of that we're going to get our stone bricks again, and we're going to raise it by 3 more blocks like this. Okay, so just bring a wall of 3 all the way up and all the way across. Perfect. Now if we head around to the back, it's going to be a little bit different round this side. So what we're going to do for this bit here, for the moment, we're just going to go ahead and raise this wall all the way up by 3 more blocks, and we're just going to bring it up all the way to about there. Okay, so we're just going to leave that like that for the moment. Right, now let's start working on the little platform at the top here. So what we're going to do, let's get our spruce planks, and we're going to start from this side. We're going to put a row of them across the tops of all of the blocks around here. So just follow the shape all the way around down to this section here. Do the same here. Bring it across around like this, and then we're basically just going to fill in all of this section here with your spruce planks, or planks of your choice. You can do any planks you want, but I think the spruce looks the nicest for this sort of style. Okay, once you've done that guys, we're going to come over to this side here, and we're going to break 1, 2, 3, and then make it 3 blocks high as well. So we've got a little 3x3 gap here, and then just break these 3 in the center here, put in your spruce planks here, and then on the inside you want to fill in your flooring at the same height here, just so you have a platform for walking on in here. Now if you are playing in survival, I'd suggest putting some lighting down below and some lighting in here so that no mobs can spawn. Otherwise you're going to get mob spawn while you're trying to build, and that won't make it any easier. Now once you're done here, let's just put a upside down stair at each side of this little doorway, just like that, to make it look a little bit nicer. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and come all the way up to the top of this tower, and we're going to do the same thing. So let's run our spruce planks all the way around the edge like that, and then we're just going to fill in the floor at this height as well. Okay, now that we've got all of our flooring in, we're going to work on some of the little details that go around the edge. But before we do that, if we head over to the back here guys, you can see that where the doorway is here, we've got flooring that goes 3 block gap in the middle, and then it comes out by 1 extra. What we're going to do is break 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, so that now we should have a corner piece here that lines up directly with that one there. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put in some details that will kind of hide that a little bit. Now on the very front here guys, we're going to start right here, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3 of our polished andesite, okay, and we're going to leave a 1 block gap between them. Place 2 on the corner here, and then 1 in that gap. Then we're just going to bring 1 on every other block across to there. Okay, just like that, nice and easy. We're going to follow the pattern all the way around. So we're going to go 2 in the corner, 1 here, leaving a 1 block gap between it. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 across this side. 1, 2, and then 1 in there, which is going to line up with that side there. Now because of the way this side's going to be, we're actually just going to run a row all the way across like that on here, and if you wanted to, you could actually just join it up fully to that corner there. It's entirely up to you. Now on top here, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, leaving a 1 block between all of them. Then on the corners here and all the way around, we're just going to place 1 block on top of all of the polished andesite that we've already placed. And then on the very front on this side, we're going to place 1 in the center underneath there. down this side here, one underneath the center one, and round the back here, one underneath that center one just there. Okay. Now we're going to head all the way back round to here and get your polished andesite stairs. And we're going to place one underneath, one in that gap, one underneath, one in the gap, and just kind of repeat that all the way around. Once we get to the corner here where we have the polished andesite pillar that comes up, we're going to make sure that both sides face in against the pillar. So upside down facing this way, upside down facing that way. Then continue the pattern, so placing your upside down stairs, make sure you place one underneath the middle one here and one in the gaps like this. Again, where the pillar is, we want to face the pillar like this on both sides, and then just continue that pattern all the way around. Now, just to even the back out here, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to put two of our polished andesite just in that corner like that. And then we're going to go ahead and put an upside down one facing that one like so. Just so we get a bit more of an even looking edge here. Now, it's entirely up to you what you want to do here. I think it probably would look better if you break these by 2 more blocks. So get rid of that stair that we placed before upside down and put it up by 1 more block like this. I think it just adds a bit more detail. If you wanted to, you could leave it so that you could see the gate from the inside if you wanted, or you could go ahead and add 2 layers on the inside like this of stone bricks. It's entirely up to you how you guys would rather do it, but it just adds a little bit of a nicer detail on this side. Now go ahead and get your andesite slabs, and on the back here, right in the center on these two, we're going to put a slab on top of those two. Then we're going to leave the rest. We're going to come to this one here. Let's put 3 slabs on that side. Leave the 2 corner ones. 3 slabs here. Around this side here, 3 slabs. And then again, we're going to go 1 and 2 in the middle there like that. And I think that should be good. Now get your cobblestone wall and just go ahead in the gaps here and put your cobblestone wall. You could even use a stone brick wall or an andesite wall if you want to. Any wall of your choice is completely up to you guys. But I just like the look of the cobblestone wall. Okay, right, that is looking pretty good now. Now we're going to basically repeat what we've done on this edge here at the very top here. So if we start here, we're going to go 1 from the corner there, 2, 3, leaving a 1 block gap, 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 2 on the corners, 1, 2, 3, 2 on the corners, 1, 2, 3, 2 on the corners. In the middle, we're going to go 1 underneath. And then we're going to go around and place 1 on the top of all of these. Then we're going to get our polished andesite stairs, place 1 underneath the blocks and then 2 of them inside the gaps like this as well. In the corners here, you want to face towards the andesite pillar, and then make sure you go ahead and repeat that pattern all the way around on all sides. Just make sure on the corners here that you get where the pillar is here, you want the upside down stairs facing in towards the andesite pillar and not the opposite way around. Okay, that's looking good. And then on top again, on the sides, we're going to place 3 on top of these. Leave the corner 2. Put 3 on top of these ones. On top of these ones. And then these ones. And then we're going to just go ahead and put our cobblestone walls in between those gaps. Okay, now we're going to get a few arrow slits in here. So let's go down to the left-hand tower first of all. Okay, and we're going to go to the middle block at the front here. And we're going to go up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then break 1 block to the right, 1 to the left, and then 1 above it like this. Okay. Then we want to go identically across to the same location on this one and break the same 2 like this. And then we're going to go up to where the cobblestone wall is. Okay, so this is the 1 block above the floor height. Go across. Find the middle block, go up 1 and then break 1, 2, 1, 2. So from the inside of this piece here, you've got 1 block on this edge, okay, just like this. Now get your stone brick stairs all your polished andesite stairs. It doesn't matter which ones you want to use, and you want to place a normal one at the bottom, upside down one at the top facing that way, and then reverse that side to make 2 little arrow slits like this. And we're going to go around and do that on all of these ones that we've just broken out, so something like that. Right, okay guys, we're going to add in a couple of details here. So first of all, let's go ahead and get our spruce stairs. And on the right hand side here, where we've got the window here, so we've got the upside down stairs here, let's leave a 1 block gap, and from here put 1 upside down stair and then 2 like this. And then we're going to get our logs and place 1, 2, 3 just like this. Now go ahead and get your polished andesite, and at the front of the gate here we're going to put 1 in front of this little bit and 1 in front of this bit. And then from here, we're going to skip to this corner, go 1, 2 on the corners, and 1 here, and then 1 every other block on the front flat pieces. 2 on the corners, 1 on this corner, 1 in the middle, 1 here. And kind of repeat that all the way around to here, and then 1 and 2 like this. Now move over to this side, and we're going to go into here. Remember, we're at the back of the build now. So 1, 2 in there, 1, 2, 3 across the back, 2 in the corners, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 in the corners, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 like so. Now go ahead, and what we're going to actually do here is on the front here where we have the 5 block gaps here, we're going to put 1 and on top of these ones here only, not on the corners, only on the flat pieces at the sides like this. Okay, do that across there, the same across this bit, around here and around here. Okay, so that we have something like this. Now you haven't got to do this if you don't like the style of it, guys. You haven't got to add it. It just gives a little bit of a kind of a stronger look to the bottom of the towers here. Now we're going to go ahead, put a stair on top of these ones, an upside down stair at the bottom. Where we've got the bottom of the tower here, we're going to put a stair facing in towards that polished andesite on the corner. A stair on top of the ones here facing in. And again, kind of repeat that same pattern. So where we've got the polished andesite there, we want the stairs facing in towards it. Stairs on top of these ones. Upside down ones at the bottom. 2 facing into that one there. And just kind of repeat the pattern all the way around. Now we will end up having to break a little bit of this out for the wall. Literally like this little section in the center here. Okay. But we'll leave it there for now anyway. And then just repeat that pattern all the way around, guys, making sure that you're sticking to exactly the same pattern. And then once you're done, you should have something that looks a bit like this. And it's really starting to shape up. And with the shape of this, guys, you do not need to add the roof on this side. You could keep it like this. And the roof that we put on this side, you could also add it up to the top there as well if you want it. It kind of just depends how you want the build to actually look. Now, at this point here, guys, you can go ahead and use any fence of your choice. So you could use the dark oak fence, you could use the spruce fence, or you could use the nether brick fence. Now in my texture pack, the nether brick fence is black, so I am going to use that just because it looks a little bit more like iron. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down, I think, which gives us a 3 block across the bottom. And then we're just going to bring that all the way across. Just keep bringing it all the way down like this. Okay, and again, with fences like this, with the gates, you can bring it down as low as you kind of, as low as you want it, really. It's entirely up to you. You could even close it off if you want it to be a gate that doesn't get used. You could close it right off so that it's locked. Just, you know, go ahead and make it your own, guys, however you please. And like I said as well, you can use any sort of fence that you want. I like the nether brick fence because it is black in my texture pack, so it looks a bit more like iron. But the dark oak one does look good as well, but the spruce also looks good as well. So, you know, it really doesn't matter which one you use, guys. It really doesn't. Okay, right, now we've got that in, let's go ahead and start working on the little roof on this side. And it's a very simple design, this one, guys. It's nothing too complicated. So, first of all, let's work out the placement for the logs. So, we've got 5 blocks here and then 2 on the corners. So, where these 2 on the corner are, you want to place a log behind that one, okay? 2 on the corner, right behind it, okay? On all 4 sides, and then raise it so that it is 4 blocks high in total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, do that on all 4 corners. Okay guys, for the roof we're going to go ahead and put some spruce planks on top of all of these pillars like this. And then starting from one side we're going to come out by 1 like this, and then we're going to put 5 going all the way across like that, and then break that corner 1 like so. Because we're going to create the sort of rounded shape that we had at the bottom of the towers. So out by 1, 5 across, break that 1. Out 1, 5 more blocks, break the corner 1. Out 1, 5 across, and break the corner 1. Now, on the top half of the log here, we're going to place 2 slabs like this, and then at each side you want to place 1, and then over 1 and break that 1. Out 1, over 1, break that 1. Okay, and then we're going to go 3 slabs across like this, and 3 slabs across like this on the lower half of the planks. Again on the corner, on the top half of the log, go into the corners like that, bring 1 over to this side, 1 out and over to this side and break that 1, 3 across here, 2 slabs here, bring 1 over to here, and the same on this side. Then we're going to go 3, 2 slabs, 1 here, 1 here, and then 1 in here like this. Just to create a little lip around the edge. Now on the long edges here, we're going to go 3 in the center with our slabs and 1 in on top. Around this side here, we're going to go 3 slabs, 1 slab on top. Then this side here again, 3 and then 1, 3 and then 1. Now get your planks and you want to place 1 behind the center block and 1 at each side. Do the same on all 4 sides. And then we're going to get our slabs, and in the corners we're going to put slabs on the bottom halves like this. Literally just covering up that gap in the corner. Do that all the way around. Then we're going to get our spruce planks again, and we're going to place 1 in the corners. Okay, now what we're going to do again here is we're going to go 1, 2, 3 with the slabs and 1 slab on top. Again here, 3 slabs, 1 on top. 3 slabs, 1 on top. 3 slabs, 1 on top. Now I think here we're just going to actually put a slab in the corner here. Just bring this up by 1. Then we're going to get our 4 blocks and we're going to put 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then we're just going to actually raise those again by 1 more block to bring those all the way around. And then place a slab in the center like this. And I think that's looking pretty good. Now let's go ahead and we're going to place a block there, and again just bring that around the edge all the way around. Just like that, and just go ahead and place 1 in the middle for now as well. And as you can see, we're kind of getting a nice kind of sort of slow peak to the center now. So now we actually want to take it up a little bit more this time, a little bit quicker. So what we're going to do is we're going to place 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Okay, and we're going to raise those by 2 more blocks, I think. Place 1 in the center and then 1, 2, 3, 4 on top like this. Yeah, and I think that's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and get our stairs, and at the very tops here, let's have a look. Now we can either put a stair on top of these ones. That will look like that, which don't look too bad, but I actually think it would look better if we bring it down 1. So let's just bring this down 1 like that, and then bring that top block down 1 as well. Okay guys, and I think that roof is looking pretty good. One thing you can do if you want to, you haven't got to, is come up. So we'll come up by, here's the first lip, the second, third, on the 4th lip in, okay, on this one. Break 1 on this little corner here, this full block. And then inside here, right, if we face in, we can put a row of, actually we can just throw in a bunch of planks if we can get into here. If we can get in there. There we go, 1, 2, 3 in there. And then just bring them over, and then we should be able to just go like that. There we go. So fill that inside with some planks, and then change the block on the outside here for a slab. Okay, so the corner there for a slab. Slab, slab. Corner, slab, corner, slab. Corner, corner, slab, slab. Just like that. If we take a little step back, there we go. Look at that. That looks a lot better. There we go. So we get a nice kind of little curve going up to that top peak in the center. Now, on the very top here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 of our spruce fences. 4 I said. There we go. And then work out a direction you want the wind to be blowing. Because if you're doing a lot of flags and that around, you want to make sure your flags are all kind of pointing in the same sort of direction. So for me, I'm going to have the wind blowing this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the left hand side at the top here. Go 1 down from the top, and I'm going to place in a white concrete and then a cyan concrete underneath. Now place one white one next to it and one backwards. So you get a little sort of dip going backwards like that. And we're going to do the same with the cyan underneath like that, to make a bit of a stripe. But in fact, I'm going to actually alternate that around. Let's put the cyan like that and then the white underneath like that. Okay, so we get a different pattern so it doesn't look like a stripe. Now we're going to make it come down a little bit and go back again at the same time. So we've got cyan there. Let's go for white. So now we're going to go 1 there, 1 back, break that one. And then underneath it, place a cyan. See, the flag is coming down a little bit now. And then we're going to bring the flag back in a little bit so it's sort of blowing over. So let's bring 1 there and 1 there. Okay. And then on the very tip, I think we're going to go ahead and put a cyan like that. And I think overall, that gives us a pretty nice looking little flag. Now, obviously, guys, first of all, you want to make sure that you go ahead and light up your area. As you can see, it's pretty dark in here. So go ahead, light it up. And if you want to make an entranceway up to the top here, what I would probably do is find your center block, which is going to be this one here, I believe. Right in the center, yep. Go ahead, get yourself maybe, what we're going to go for. Let's go for a stripped spruce log, I think, for this one. But you can use any log you want. Go down, break this one here, go all the way down to your ground floor. On the ground here, you want to make sure that you break out all of your flooring and make it the same as whatever the rest of your flooring is. I'm going to go with the spruce. So let's go ahead and quickly, first of all, just fill this out. Okay, once your flooring is all in place, guys, go ahead and find that center block and then raise your pillar all the way up to the top of the roof. Okay, make sure you bring it all the way up until you reach the top of the roof like this. Okay, and if you really wanted to, you could just put, put one in there. You could put one there. You could even make a flagpole, and have another flag if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. Then all you're going to need to do now is get yourself some trapdoors and some ladders. And all you want to do is work out a side for the actual little flap. I'm going to say this side is going to be. So we'll go ahead, we'll break that one. And it's probably a good idea to start from the very bottom floor down here, okay? And then if you're in survival, put your ladders going all the way up. Bring your ladders up. And again, don't forget your lighting, guys. It's very important. Now, once you get to this point here and you're in line with your floor at this height, go ahead and put your trapdoor in there. Then you can go ahead and continue the rest all the way up. And again, on the very top, go ahead and put in your trapdoor just there. Now, first of all, we've got a little doorway over here. So let's get a little shelter in here. So put 2 fences on each side like this. And then you want to go ahead and get your slabs. Place 1 on top. Diagonally over 1 up. Diagonally over 1 up. And then we're going to go down. Then here we're going to place 1 in front of that one. And in fact, before we do that, let's place 1 here, 1 over. On this side here, we're going to place 1 there, 1 over. 1 there, 1 over. And then 1 in front of the bottom piece there. There we go. Just to create ourselves a nice little sort of little overhang to walk into the entranceway there. And I think that's looking pretty good. But other than that, guys, just a couple of little things you can do is, one, place a spruce fence underneath there. Get yourself maybe some iron bars and some lanterns. And then you could go ahead and maybe go, say, one, oops, we need to go up at 1, 2 iron bars, and then a lantern underneath it like this. I think that looks pretty good. And then maybe a spruce button just on that little tip. Right about there. And then other than that, guys, I guess it's just kind of decorating it to your own sort of style. So maybe put in a few lanterns underneath that little edge like this, just to make sure you've got plenty of light up here. Something like that. Maybe one in this gap here. Definitely add some torches or some form of lighting in here, because it is very dark in here. And also down below as well, make sure you put some lighting in there. Okay, guys, and of course the last thing you want to do is go ahead and do a bit of texturing. Now, I do have a certain way that I like to texture builds, so let me just go over and show you what I like to do. So let's start from the top half of the areas. Now, it doesn't matter how tall it is, even if the lower half's like this for small ones. I work the same with kind of most of my things. And what I like to do is, at the top here, let's start in by just adding in a few patches of stone. So something kind of like this, maybe a few bits of stone there. And we can bring that kind of down about halfway, somewhere along these lines. Make it kind of random. It hasn't got to all be next to each other or in any certain pattern, but just kind of adding in a bit of stone so we get a bit of kind of patchwork like that. Then I'll get the andesite, and then I'll start replacing just the odd 1 or 2 blocks here and there with some andesite. Again, no particular sort of pattern or style to this, just a few here and there. A little bit less spaced out than the stone. We won't be using as much of the andesite as we do with the stone. Now, this is pretty good for the top. I will go ahead and maybe add in just a 1 or 2 sort of odd sort of patches of polished andesite here and there. But again, these are probably less than the normal andesite at this point. So something probably like that. Then once we get down to the bottom here, we slightly change up the way that we do the textures. So what I'll do is at the very bottom here, I try to put in more of the cobblestone. Okay, so it looks a little bit more rough, a little bit darker. Like there's been a bit more damage, so it's kind of a bit more rubble looking, if that makes sense. Something kind of along these lines, I think, like this. Yeah, something a bit like that. Okay, so now that we've got our cobblestone all done at the bottom there, so it gives us a bit of a different look to the top of the castle. Now at this point here, I will probably just add in a couple of stone. So do something like this. Maybe a few more coming up here. And then a couple of little patches to sort of blend in up here. Again, we will also bring in some andesite, but only just a few, not much of it here at all. And then finally, some of the polished andesite. Again, just a few. And you can switch up a few here and there if you've put some and you just feel that the polished andesite might look better. Go ahead and maybe replace some of them. But yeah, overall, something kind of like that. Okay, and you want to do that for all sides of your towers. Okay guys, now we've got all the texturing in, and as you can see, it looks pretty good. It really adds so much more detail just by adding in those textures to the walls and stuff. And it just makes the castle look so much nicer. Now before we finish up guys, there's just 2 last little bits of detail to add. So first of all, just down here, right where the gate is going to drop, we want to go ahead and put a row of dispensers or droppers so that it looks like the gate could actually drop down into something a bit like that. And then on each side, just go ahead and put a row of polished andesite like this. Something like that. And it just makes the gate look a bit more realistic, like it would actually go down and lock into the ground. Now, other than that, guys, there's just one more little detail just around the back here. Now, you can build this at any height on this tall tower here. So where the tall tower is, pick a point that you want to have a window. So for me, for instance, I'm going to go roughly the height that the window would be here. So this one here is the floor level. We'll leave one block above. So I would imagine a window would be about here. So let's break that one there. The flooring is about there anyway. Let's break that one down there as well. And we're going to make a 3x3 hole. Okay, just like that for now. Now, we're going to turn this into a little kind of protruding window thing that comes out. So what we do is break 1, 2, 3 like this and put in 3 planks across here so that the flooring extends. Then place a plank on each side like this. Put a upside down stair in the center and one underneath. And then put one on top of these two here. And then at the side, we want one facing that way and one facing that way. Now, on the side here, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 of our oak logs. And the same on this side. 4 of the oak logs. We're going to put a slab in the center there with 4 of the stripped spruce logs in on top of them, on the sides rather, like this. And then we're going to put a normal stair on top of that one there like that. And an upside down stair at the very top like so. Now, place a spruce plank on top of all of these ones, and then just go ahead and just fill that gap up at the back there as well. And then this is just going to be really simple really. We're going to put a slab on the lower half of those ones, the lower half of these 3, and in fact, you know what, we're just going to do one up like that. Okay, here I think I'm going to just run that one just one back so it faces the wall. Okay, so you get something like this. Now if you wanted to, at the very top here, you could break that one there and put a sidewoods log so you get a little bit of the wood across the top like that. It's entirely up to you. And then for the top here, guys, literally put 3 slabs across the back, 1 on top and 1 at the center. And there you go. There is a nice little roof there. We're going to go ahead and get some spruce fences, and we'll put 2 of them at this side and 2 of them at that side. And then it's just a case of putting in 2 of your glass panes of your choice. This is the light grey stained version. And then guys, I think that is about it. That is this full castle gate complete with a little window here. And remember, like I said, you could put this down lower if you wanted. You just have to make a stairway that would connect to it or some kind of way of getting to it. But yeah, other than that guys, I think that is just about it for this castle now. So as always, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, then please consider subscribing. Just don't forget to hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a video. But for now guys, this is BlueNerd signing out, and I will catch you guys in the next one.